What's up, YouTube? ProjectMartyr here. First time on the camera, so we'll see how this goes. But this game came out a couple months ago, but I wanted to do a review on it. You know, start my first video out with something that I'm kind of familiar with. But yeah, I wanted to do a review on Tales of Grace F. Got this game on release day. You know, pretty cool. It's the cover right there. Remember, only on PlayStation, so yeah, that's pretty cool. It's also got the Spanish. Yeah, I'm gonna be, I guess, it's gonna be kind of a mixer between an unboxing. You probably already know what's in it, but I just want to make sure just give you my review on it. You know, it's a game. You know, of course, you need the game. It's not a game without the disc. One thing that's cool about this game is, you know, went with the unlike the other Tales game, went with the watercolor look, art to it. You can definitely see it there. The game's got good graphics. You know, it's the anime style. You know, it's kind of cartoony. It's anime, not cartoony, but anime-ish. And it does a pretty good job with the graphics. I like it. No complaints there. And gameplay, what this game's different from okay, here's the deal. Like, compared to other Tales games, I'd say it's on par with every Tales game that's been out. It's not the worst, but definitely not the best. I'd say it's not as good as Abyss, maybe not as good as Legendia, but you know, I'd say it's right there in the middle compared to all the other Tales games. And you know, you probably read a lot of reviews and people will say that it's, you know, cliched, anime-ish. You know, IGN probably gave it a bad review. I know Game Traders gave it a bad review, saying that it had the typical anime cliches in it, like really hyper characters, bad voice. I'd say the voice acting. A lot of people probably say that voice acting in Japanese games are bad. I know it was bad in Abyss. This game, I'd definitely say Pascal's definitely the best voice actor in this game. Whoever voiced Pascal did the job right. They nailed it. Funniest character in any Tales game I played. How much I gotta say on that, you know. Audio, music, let me think about that. I really don't notice, in games like these, I don't really notice the background music when you're in a fight. I'll get into gameplay next here, but in a fight I don't really notice the background music, so I can't really say much on that. I'd say it does what it needs to do because I'm into the fight. It's not like there's no music and I'm, you know, bad music. It's clashing, so it doesn't do bad there. And also opening theme's pretty good. You know, I got opening themes. I think it's written somewhere from Boa. Where's that? White Wishes by Boa. Yeah, they got this theme song right there. So now let's see what else. Okay, gameplay. This game is a lot different than other Tales games. The other Tales games, the first Tales game, you know, the first, like, from Fantasia to Legendia, it's always been just two-dimensional or 2D battle system, whatever. You know, where you just run forward, no, and actually not run forward, but run left to right. Abyss changed that, made it a little bit different. Vesperia pretty much built on it, changed it up a little bit, just tweaked it a little bit. Then Graces comes out, and I'd say it definitely, maybe the best battle system in any Tales game I played, probably, because this one takes a little bit more skill, not skill, but like practice. You know, you gotta guard, you gotta, the CC command point, that's what it is. They use the CC command points, Kriya's stamina points, I don't know what they're called, I forget. I'm drawing blanks here, but you know, it's not like a Star Ocean where you just spam the attacks, or like older Tales games where you can just keep spamming and spamming until you run out of MP. This one doesn't use MP, instead it just uses CC, which, you know, is stamina. You know, you can attack like 3 or 4 times, depending on what kind of combos you're using, what level you're on. When you're talking about like what combo level you're using, like, you know, they have 1, then they have 2, which takes 2 from you, then they have 3, which takes 3 from you. You know, just play the game and figure it out. It's honestly a really good battle system. I can't really explain it, but you know, pretty good. Difficulty, it's not too difficult. I've been playing it on Chaos lately, so you know, I mean, it's just right for an RPG. It's not like really difficult. There was like 1 or 2 boss battles that really kind of got me, that I was stuck on about halfway through. Yeah, you know, I gave it 5 out of 5 for gameplay, 5 out of 5 for graphics, and basically the story is kind of where it does, like, I guess, what am I trying to say? I guess that's really where the problem is. Not problem, but that's kind of where it does get is like low points. Like the story it is kind of it was meant to be a Wii game, so they didn't really focus much on like a crazy story with a bunch of, you know, crazy scenes, cutscenes and stuff. Let me hold this game. I'd be better if I'm holding something. Only problem I say, I didn't get really a great conclusion to the game. I didn't get like and I'm not going to spoil the game, by the way, but I didn't get like, for me, I didn't get like what I was hoping to get. There was a lot of like with a lot of games, a lot of RPGs, it's pretty cool seeing the interactions with the characters. I think this game does pretty good with the interactions in like the first half of the game, but then it kind of just drops them. It just like you know, little subplot between each character, or like a character's backstory, and then their conclusion, like the conclusion to their story, like a specific character. Like I will say, I don't know if I want to spoil it, but you know, there's like a little romance between 2 characters. I'm not gonna like spoil everything, but I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. A little romance between them. You can tell when they, you know, when they finally meet again, that there's some like tension there. Like she hates him. He's like sad that he left. He's like, man, you know, I kind of wish they would have, you know, went in a little bit more into that. I would have liked that, you know. I was like, oh man, this is pretty juicy here, but they didn't really do that much. So it's kind of like, that's kind of an example of what I'm talking about. Like I wish it would have done more with that. And like characters like Malik, he just seemed like a character in the game, just to say stuff and just to, you know, he didn't seem like much of a, he was definitely a supporting character, I'd say, you know, among the party members. You know, there was like some tension between like Hubert and Asbel, and I wanted to see a little bit more of that, but I didn't really see much of it. It's like once Asbel gets back home after 7 years, then Hubert comes after they fight. That they, you know, get between a little skirmish between Fendo, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like they hate each other, or you know, he hates him, or there's something there. I want to see more of that. So I like that kind of drama in video games and in anime and in anything. Like I look for that, and it started out really good, but then they kind of just didn't do it as much. They just kind of, you know, let it go. It is, I will say that it is kind of cliche when it's just like, oh, everything's good, we're pals again. That's kind of one thing I will say. But and I'll probably just wrap this up here. Definitely buy this game if you're a Tales fan, if you're an RPG fan, if you think that the whole RPG market is going kind of downhill, then buy this game. I don't think you'd be disappointed. Honestly, if you don't like this game, then it's probably just because you did not like it. but there's no reason to like think this game sucks, because it definitely does not suck. I give it a solid 4 out of 5. You know, graphics does what it needs to do, audio does what it needs to do, gameplay does what it needs. Gameplay does more than what it needs to do. Story though is where it does kind of lack. I wouldn't say lag, but you know, basically, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope I'm going to be doing more of these. This is going to be the last one, so yeah, you know, just comment, let me know what you think.